Welcome to Wellness Wednesdays with me, Naturally Linda. Every week I am answering real questions submitted by you. If you want your question answered, check the show notes to find out how to submit your question. Now let's go ahead and get into it.
What's one plant growing on your property or in a pot or in your windowsill that you didn't know had healing properties until later in life?
Mullein. So we've talked about mullein before. We have that monstrous, gigantic, gorgeous mullein plant. It's probably 8 feet tall, maybe 9 feet at this point. But when I used to see them growing in your flower beds or whatever, I would just pull them because I didn't understand the amazing properties that plant has.
Okay, on that note, have you ever harvested or foraged something yourself and turned it into a remedy?
Oh my goodness, all the time. We were walking up, there's fields right behind Miranda who's asking me the question, and I found a St. John's wort plant. I was so excited. I never found one out in the wild, so to speak, before. So we harvested some of the flowers, and then the mullein I just talked about, you can dry those leaves, and the leaves we have out there are probably as big as my thigh or bigger. So yes, I've made remedies from those two things, and I've also used the Echinacea, which is right behind us here. So actually quite a few things I've made remedies from things we've gathered around here. Now, of course, we make things in bigger batches, still small batch, but there's no way I could grow everything that we need at this point.
It's the height of summer here at the farm. What is one plant or herb you're watching closely right now?
Well, actually our garden kind of got away from me this year, and we had a super, super hot summer. Right now, like today's not a hot day, but we had many, many days where we were in the high 90s. We even broke 100. So the garden isn't doing as well as I had hoped it would do. That's, I'll take responsibility for that. I wasn't as proactive as I should have been. But so now I'm really kind of babying the garden, trying to get those pepper plants and tomato plants to get stronger.
I feel like a lot of people struggle with that. For instance, my garden.
Yeah.
It looks like, you ever see those chia pets that are crazy?
Yes.
That's what mine looks like right now.
Yeah.
We just pulled our onions. The tomato plants are almost 5 foot tall.
Wow. Mine are not that tall.
Yeah, it's a whole problem. So I can definitely relate to letting things get away and oof.
But I talked to my girlfriend. She helps me with landscape, and she told me to have grace and just use it as a learning experience. So that's what I'm doing.
All right. I know you mentioned just recently about the Echinacea. What is that good for?
What's it good for? So Echinacea is really good to help build a strong immune system, to offer immune support. And we've got actually quite a few varieties. Do you want me to take everybody over and show them a couple of them?
Yeah, let's show them.
Okay. All right. I have my little nippers here. I use these all the time. So let's go look at some Echinacea. This is one of my biggest Echinacea. So I'm gonna show you how I trim this, and we're gonna talk about it a little bit more. We've got a little honeybee in there doing a little pollination. I don't know what this variety is called, but it is absolutely vivid. Somebody came the other day and they said they'd never seen one this bright. So Echinacea, you can really use all the parts of the plant. All the aerial parts have the most medicinal properties. So we can use the beautiful leaves. Oh, there's another little tiny one coming on down there. Oh, he's so tiny. Hi, little baby. But we can use the leaves. They're a little bit almost like they have teeth on them. They're not smooth at all. But you could take these and you could dry these and use this for tea. And then you can also use the beautiful, let's find one here. Our little bee's going to town here. Let me pick one that's kind of at a bench. You always want to pick it down. You don't want to make sure there's not a bud down there. And that is the Echinacea. Those are the seeds. You can use these petals in an herbal tea. All the different varieties have similar medicinal properties. Some are a little bit stronger. than others. But so you could dry these and they could turn into a little tea. Hi, little honeybee. But then the cone where the stems, where the seeds are, it's really kind of hard, almost like a cone flower. Not almost like a cone flower. These are a cone flower. Almost like a straw flower is what I was thinking of. But yeah, these are cone flowers. That's another name that they're known by. But immune support, these are great if you would make a tea out of this to go into the fall and into the winter, or to have on hand. We've got it in a couple of our blends just to add some immune defense and prop up that immune system a little bit. But that is our beautiful. Let me cut one more here. You look like you want to come over here and play. So that is our beautiful Echinacea and coneflower.
All right. Would you rather store-bought versus homemade remedies? Which one would you trust more and why?
What do you think my answer is going to be?
Well, I already know your answer.
So I want to use things that I know what the ingredients are. If we're talking skincare or whatever, even cough syrup. I read the label, and there's apps out there. I had talked about them before. Is it Yucca? Is it YUKA or YUCCA? I don't remember, but there's an app you can scan a label and it gives it a rating. So I'm always generally going to want something handmade, homemade, crafted.
Right. It is the height of summer. It's hot, and actually it's a cool week right now.
Yeah.
But it's been piping hot.
It's been very hot.
What is your go-to for calming irritation when it's humid out?
Toners. I love toners, and I might be making one. So toners are fantastic. They help balance your skin, and how I use one is after I use a cleanser. I use a double cleanse at night, and I now cleanse. This is kind of off subject, but I now cleanse my skin in the morning, and it's making the biggest difference in how my skin feels. Toners are wonderful. And you have to watch ingredients on those as well. But a toner just helps close your pores down a little bit and just helps balance the skin. So if you've got oily skin, combination skin, and it's humid and hot out, a toner would really, really help you.
And what product would you recommend on these hot days to wear that doesn't melt off your face?
Yeah, because stuff does melt off the face, that's for sure. I'm actually working on, I love skincare, FYI. I just love skincare. It's become a beautiful ritual of mine. But you want to use something very, very lightweight. So like a facial oil in the summertime, probably not the best choice on your skin before you put your makeup on. You want some kind of light moisturizing cream or serum or something like that, but you want to stay away from the heavy oily things. Our Moon Glow, which I love this time of year, I use it only at night because it's heavier. It's almost like a balm if you used it. So me personally, in the summertime, I don't want something heavy like that on my skin. And then I do wear makeup. There's some different brands I've shared with you before, and they're like a what is it called? A tinted moisturizer. So it's just really light on the skin. And I've had really great success with those things.
What's the one skincare rule you were taught growing up that you've completely thrown out besides baby oil?
Baby oil in the sun. No. I was not really taught, but no one ever showed it to me. Is cleansing your face in the morning. Just think like I would do the cleansing at night. You brush your teeth in the morning, but I never washed my face. I never cleansed my face. So I now am fanatic about that, and I've been doing that for a couple of years now, and it did really make a difference in my skin. So cleansing your face in the morning, think about it. You're laying there all night. So, sometimes you're sweating, and all of that is in your pores. So you want to start the day with a fresh face, nicely cleansed with something balanced. I use our balancing facial bar. It's a charcoal bar. And you want to cleanse before you start putting the moisturizers and things on.
I love washing my face in the morning.
I know, it just feels amazing.
It does.
It does.
And it like wakes me up. Like I always shower at night and then in the morning,
Yeah.
I'll like, brush my teeth, then
Yep.
I do my face, and it I don't know, it like wakes you up.
Yeah.
Too. Like
It just feels so great, that cloth. And I don't use washcloths anymore. I use an organic towel that's a disposable. I don't know, maybe that's not eco-friendly, but I've learned so much about washcloths harboring bacteria. Because I used to like wash my face at night, hang it up, let it dry, wash it again. I'd use that thing for a week. No. You don't want to do that.
Do you believe your skin gets used to a product? Do you switch it up or stick with what works?
Well, I don't think our skin necessarily gets used to a product. I think our skin changes as we age. So the thing that worked for you in your 20s and your 30s, you're probably not going to see those same results, as you age, you get into your 40s and 50s. So I think we just need to change it up because our needs change.
If your skin could talk, what would it be nagging you about right now?
To continue drinking my water. That's something, believe it or not, I still struggle with, getting the water in there, because that's the first thing to get your skin hydrated. Use your magnesium, there's 3 magnesiums in the Baja Gold and the Celtic salts. Those are the ones I'm familiar with. And when you crunch on those little crystals, those gases from the magnesium kind of explode in your mouth, and that allows your cells to absorb water. So we've got to start inside. Yes, we can put all this stuff on the outside, but we've really got to start inside. So my skin would say, Linda, did you have half your body weight in ounces of water today? That's what it would say.
What is the one herb or something that you found on the farm that is now in season, I guess I should say, that you could incorporate into a skincare product?
Calendula. Oh my gosh, calendula. I don't have any growing right here in my garden, which used to be here before we had our house fire. Calendula is one of the most soothing oils you can use. That's why I put it in our new product, Comfort Bloom. And to me, there's no other herb like it. You can use it in a salve, you can use it in a tea, you can use it in a tincture. So I would say calendula, which is actually marigold. So it's a species of marigold. Did you know that?
I thought it was marigold.
Marigold. Yep. Calendula. I've heard people say it like that. It makes me chuckle because it looks like it's spelled calendula, but it's actually calendula, and it's a marigold.
I have it growing. I planted it last year, and I don't know, seeds dropped and it came back this year.
Yeah.
But I have it this year.
Oh, it's one that spreads. And there are different varieties that are a little bit more medicinal than others. So yeah, that calendula, I love it. I need to get some back on the farm. I don't have any. So that's another Wellness Wednesday. Thanks for joining us. I have so much fun putting these together. Miranda and I have such a good time doing this. So we're going to call that a wrap for this week, and stay tuned for next week. Chat soon.